Some days you wake up and you know what? It's that time. It's the time to do something a little bit different. Something that I do, I should do more often, but I don't. But today I woke up and I just had the inkling to go out and maybe do a little thrifting. Like I just had that inner monologue inside of you, you know, that talks to you and tells you go out because you're going to find something really good. That was going on today. You know what I'm saying? So I decided to put everything on hold, put, my normal stuff I do during the working day on hold, and I'm gonna go out and hit a thrift store or two, see what I can find, because the inner monologue is strong today. The last few times I've gone out thrifting, I haven't really found anything hugely awesome. Well, I mean, it's been a while. Greatest find ever, I don't think I've ever talked about this, maybe I have. Thrifting was I found a camera that I bought for $1 that I sold for $600. That was maybe about 5 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, something like that. Greatest thrifting find I've ever had in terms of turning $1 into $600. So I'm still waiting for that day where I find something that can beat that score. Will today be the day? Let's go find out. I'm at the first Goodwill. I'm here, it's kind of like on the border of Fishers and Indianapolis, kind of border. I think this would actually be called Fishers. But I haven't been to this Goodwill, honestly, in maybe 6 months. They actually closed down the old one right next to it and built a new one. So I'm gonna check it out. Let's see what they got. Let's go. Here's the first Goodwill. Newer Goodwill. Donation entrance on Allisonville Road. Okay. You're in this shoe section now, and I just found a brand new pair of sneakers. Brand's called Jack Wolfskin. I've never heard of these, but they're brand new, still with tags attached. And I don't see a price on how much they actually charge for these things, but I looked on eBay, and these things can sell anywhere between like $40 and $60. So, I mean, as long as these are like $20 or less, I'm probably gonna pick them up. I mean, because brand new with tags, brand Jack Wolfskin. So, always look for new brands that you've never heard of before, because you never know exactly how much these could sell for. I just did kind of a quick little search, and yeah, I gotta find prices on these shoes still though. But yeah, it's not bad. $5, that's a no-brainer. I've actually been losing weight recently. Like I'm down, like 50, 60 pounds now. Maybe a little bit more depending on when I actually upload this video. So every time now I go out thrifting, I need to always look for some new clothes, some new shirts, because I'm quickly getting too big for my body's getting too small for my clothes, I should say. But I don't see anything here that I really need. In the back of the store now, seeing what they got back here, some bigger items. It looks like somebody literally just dropped off their leftover yard sale stuff from like the summertime maybe. Looks like it's still brand new. Kids Beach combo. It's about time for a vacation. Maybe I need to get this bag, or maybe it's just a sign that I need to go on vacation. Walkers, $7 a piece. Good price on walkers. If you're in that kind of stuff to resell it, or if you need one, shoot, it's a good price. Pictures. Oh, we got an autograph, looks like. Right there in the front, we have a Sterling Marlin. We got an autograph. I don't really know much about this guy. Sterling Martin's team several silver bullet, two-time back-to-back Daytona 500. I can't talk. Two-time back-to-back Daytona 500 champion. Well, that's kind of cool. I actually might pick that up just because I collect autographs. Sterling Marlin autograph picture. That's kind of cool. Electronics section now. We've got a Sony boombox, no speakers. Oh, here's some Dell speakers. Maybe those will work, probably not. But so what's we got here? Electronics. We got your normal printers with no ink in them. Oh, here's something. Here's a Pixma MG2522. It's not factory sealed though. Yeah, buying printers like this at a Goodwill, you gotta be very careful that these things, what's in there is actually what's supposed to be in there. And I can't tell without taking it out of the box, but that might be a decent find, but I'm gonna pass on it. best item so far. I found a breast pump. I repeat, I found a breast pump. Nothing like it says buying a breast pump from Goodwill. Toy section, look at this. This is an old Scrabble game. Scrabble Juniors. What year is this thing? This thing has some age to it. I don't even see a year on it. That's actually pretty cool though. That is a vintage Scrabble game. There's a Presto Magic Show 2 complete set. That thing is pretty vintage. What year is this thing? It's like somebody donated a bunch of stuff from an attic or garage. Yeah, that thing is vintage. I might be like, what, maybe 60s, 50s? I don't know, but it's neat. I'm gonna pass on it though, because more likely it's not gonna be complete after all those years. I guarantee it's missing pieces, and you could piece it out though. That is 100% true, but yeah, I'll let somebody else do it. Look at these cool toys. If you're a kid, you come here to Goodwill, you got a Batman thing, Gotham City Jail. There's actually some cool kid toys here right now to pick up. Cool dinosaur. They got some more stuff up here. A castle. Cool toys here right now. If you're looking to buy some toys for your children. Right now I'm in kind of like the hodgepodge aisle, trying to find some decent stuff. I mean, this is the aisle where you can find some baby stuff, popcorn buckets, random crayon stuff. Oh, got my knee highs. Don't forget about those. Keep looking. Here in the book section, and looks like you need some school supplies, some paper. Somebody donated a whole mess of paper here. Who's that? I don't know. Camp Rock? I don't see prices on this stuff though. How much are they actually charging? 70 cents? That's probably like Walmart price at that. But then they got paper here. Somebody donated a lot of school supplies, it looks like. Let's see. We got some records. Always gotta check these out, at least skim through them really quick just in case, because I do collect vinyl records. And yeah, these all look like they're already pretty picked over. Stack number 2. And these all look pretty picked over. These are like the ones that nobody wants that eventually end up in the Goodwill outlet stores for next to nothing prices. Yeah, those, not my cup of tea. But if you need a Christmas album, boom, they got it here. They got plenty. Yeah, check around, see if we got any video games here. Certain ones you can flip for some pretty good money, but I don't actually see any video games yet. I just see a bunch of DVDs. I don't even see Blu-rays. Where's all the Blu-rays at? They probably put those onto the Goodwill shop website on auction, I bet. It appears somebody loved this book so much that not only bought one, but they bought 2, and then they donated them both. That's kind of funny. A Day in the Life of the Soviet Union. What's the odds of these 2 books being in the same Goodwill at the same time? They're probably donated by the same person. I was in Goodwill. I look out the window, all of a sudden, this storm came out of nowhere. I mean, it is blowing, the wind's blowing so hard. These storm clouds look like tornado clouds. This storm came out of nowhere. So I quickly grabbed my shoes, paid for them, and we avoid being stuck in a Goodwill just in case a tornado just is about to happen. So that's it for the first stop, and pending the weather, I'll decide if I hit another Goodwill or not. But this is crazy. It got crazy bad very, very quickly outside. But yeah, it's the Midwest. You know, here in the Midwest, you can have some freak storms that pop up all of a sudden because of like the currents or whatever, the air currents that come from the East Coast, West Coast converge and start doing some swirliness, and then next thing you know, you got a tornado that's touching down. But so that first stop was actually very, very good. I got this pair of shoes, brand new, called, what was it called? Jack Wolfskin. I don't think I've ever heard of this brand. I might have, but they're brand new. I'll have to use some Goo Gone stuff and some WD-40, which actually is like the miracle substance, and get off that little symbol on the bottom of these shoes, which is their code for $5 a pair. So that was kind of crazy. They only charged $5 in there for shoes, and boots were like, what, $6 or $7 for boots, something like that. But I walked out paying $5.34 for that pair of shoes. And by my research, I'm guessing it could probably go between like 40 and 60 bucks, estimation, on eBay. So that was a nice score, turning $5 into possibly, let's just estimate it, like round it, 50 bucks or so. So if I sold it for 50, then I took off the eBay fees of $5 plus your PayPal fees, let's say about $6 in fees or so. Then your shipping costs, shoes are cheap to ship, $8. They're talking as much as $15 in shipping costs and selling fees on eBay/PayPal. You take that off, you're talking about $35. I bought them for $5, so I should be clearing on that pair. If they sell for $50, I should clear probably around $30 of profit. So that's not bad. Spend $5, sell it for $50. That's not bad. After selling fees, shipping, you make $30. That's fantastic. That was one stop. That was one stop. There were several things there I could have purchased and possibly could have flipped them. There was a couple things that I probably should have. There was some older vintage, because like you saw those board games in there. Those board games, there were some like antique kind of board games from I think the 50s and 60s ish. And some of those games can have money, but I don't really like messing with board games because collectors are very picky about box condition. They're very picky, and I get it. I'm also a collector of many of things, and I'm picky about my stuff too. My stuff too. So excited I can't even talk. But in there, they had, I think somebody donated a bunch of their stuff because they had a lot of vintage type of electronic items. I'm not sure if I showed it on camera. I kind of saw them on the way out of the store to get out before the storm broke, because my umbrella is in the truck. And then they had a bunch of vintage board games and children's games. So I think somebody cleaned out their house and they donated a bunch of stuff here. So I'm curious what was here before I got here, or maybe a couple days ago or something. So I might have missed out on some gold mines, some vintage gold mines. But Goodwill now, they're getting better about picking out items of high value, and they send them off to their main hub where they list all of their items on the goodwillshop.com, whatever the place is called, where they auction off all the good stuff now. So I'm kind of surprised I found those shoes in there. Most shoes like that, brand new shoes with tags, end up on the Shop Goodwill website for auction to the highest bidder. They usually, most of the shoes in these stores now are pretty beat up. They're very used. So that was actually a nice score. So I'm not sure if I'll hit another Goodwill in the, ooh, that cloud looks nasty right there. That's a scary looking cloud. Yeah, this doesn't look good. So I don't know if I'll go to a second store or not today. I'm uncertain because I don't want to get caught in a tornado. But if I don't go to a second store, then this will be the end of this video and you'll see me the next time. But if I do go to a second store, I'll tack it on after this one. So fingers crossed. I'll see you next time. So if there's nothing else in this video, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. A successful thrifting day, $5 into $50, nothing like it. So if you want to make some money, get out there, do some thrifting, do some reselling, make the money, no excuses. If you need money, there's money to be made in many avenues of reselling. Garage sales, flea markets, estate sales, thrifting, pallet flipping. Go make that extra money if you need it. It's there. Take it. Take your money and claim it as yours. It's there. It's waiting for you. So I'll see you next time. I'm out.